Hi everyone, this is Brian Zai. I always wonder how to be more creative and why lifelong learning is so important. Do you have these questions too? Today, we are honored to have a seasoned creative director, Vivian Fung, to shed some light to our questions. Let's welcome her together.
Hello, Vivian. Thank you for coming to our show.
Hi, Sydney. Thank you for having me.
You are an award-winning creative director, business owner, curious learner, and the brains behind many advertising campaigns for LVMH, L'Oreal, Mars, PepsiCo, UBS, Visa International, and Marriott Hotels.
I just wonder, how do you get all this inspiration from?
Yeah, people often ask me the same question. At shower, you are alone at a cafe. I think people just like watch too much movies. Advertising is form of an art. It is, but it's like a commercial art. Advertising is all about teamwork. We don't get inspirations on our own. We do our own research, but most of the time, the whole process starts with a brief from client, and then we'll interpret the brief planning team. We will share insights. How is it related to product truths? The creative team will work on the creative ideas based on all these insights. It's not like you can go overly wild.
We have like a fusion of art and science together.
Yeah, I would say so. There is also like the tone and manner you have to consider. I will do lots of brainstorming. Lock ourselves in the room, like the whole creative team will throw ideas, we'll stick ideas on the wall, we'll criticize, improve, sharpen the idea. We'll have lots of references too. Like we will go through a lot of past works and not to do what other people's doing. And we'll also find inspirations from cross categories. For example, when you sell Coca-Cola, get inspiration from like how other people are selling their jeans. There are many ways we get inspiration from. It's kind of like systematic, I would say.
Could there be like some people are more creative than the others?
Of course, there are people more creative or they are more sensitive to the visual or more sensitive to languages. As a creative director, it also depends on like how you guide these people and how you extract like the best creativity from each individual. So you also have to identify the talent.
After serving a number of big names, you set up your own advertising company,
Omelette. And it has been very successful because judging from your multinational client base,
that include Reebok, Adidas, and Disney.
I think it's quite an achievement. But all of a sudden, you took time away to complete a master's degree of Middle Eastern Studies in Sweden. Mm-hmm. Could you share with us why?
The time when I decided to pursue my dream. Yeah, I've been running my own agency for about 8 years. Mm-hmm. In the whole advertising industry too long. I actually need to expand my exposures and enrich my knowledge, my understanding of the world. You know, advertising is fun, although for different brands, the process is similar. So I was looking for some breakthrough. It came to a point that I felt at like a bottleneck. And I decided to spend 2 years abroad to see the world. I wanted to do something that's completely nothing to do with advertising. So just to stay away. Was quite interested in the culture in the Middle East and the food. It's like now or never. If you didn't make the decision at that time, you will never do that. So,
right.
Yeah.
So would it be fair to say that it's more driven by your thirst for learning?
I wanted to learn something new. And then I also want to challenge myself. I wouldn't regret it. It's like a very precious, like 2 years.
I see. Any interesting thing you want to share about the learning? The
first day when I stepped into the classroom, I was like, oh my God, like my classmates, they are almost like half my age. We got along very well. Like we mixed together and then I learned a lot from them. They became younger, like more energetic, even more curious. And in my industry, like in advertising, I also worked with young people. But study with young people is different. Studying requires lots of critical thinking, like analytical thinking, right, and discipline. It's interesting to know like how these young people analyze current affairs and things like that. It's very interesting. Whereas like in advertising, everyone kind of like thinks similar.
What do you think similar?
Kind of systematic thinking process. So the thinking process will not differ a lot between younger people and older people. Academic environment, they can be hugely different. And then all my classmates, they came from different countries. I picked Sweden. It's multicultural. I had classmates from Iran, from Turkey, from China, Europe, and Africa. When they analyze an issue, that is totally different because of their background, because of their experience, because of their brought up. So a very interesting experience for me.
Sounds like a lot of learning, unlearn, and relearn process.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We have a lot of young audience, young viewers in our channel.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice to share with them to be successful in their career journey?
I like to use this very famous quote from Steve Jobs: stay hungry, stay foolish. Meaning behind is like you have to be very curious. You never should stop learning.
Right.
And you never should afraid to try new things. That's the advice I would give to anyone.
So true regardless of age and background.
I wish you all the best with your business, with all your added insights and all the creativity that are now flowing in your brain. Okay, thank you so much. I'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Please remember to CSL, especially subscribe so you won't miss any of our upcoming interviews. See you next week. God bless you.